8, which is just absolutely amazing. And he's just such a great kid, too.
He is a good kid, and I just want to hang on to him. And I think we will. He is a good kid. And we've got some other ones, too. I know we've got some linemen that are amazing and have already been offered some school scholarships and things like that, or talked to about scholarships. So
we had a great turnout with our season ticket drive over the summer. We do have some still available, however.
Tell you a little bit
and so if you are interested and you want to bypass those lines and you just would like to have your reserve seat for the rest of the season, contact me. We are considering doing a discounted rate for the remainder of the season, and we are just so appreciative to all of our current and past season ticket owners and also all of our new ones for this season.
I tell you, those season tickets are important, and it's not always easy to get them. We just look forward to this season, and like I said, I can't believe it's already here, but we look forward to having you all as part of that 12th man in the huddle up in the stands, and our band, everybody. They're just such a good program. Everything about it is such great entertainment and good team effort, and just looking forward to a really winning season. So, Angela, as always, it is such a pleasure to talk with you. Get caught up on the Benzoff family and what's going on there. And I will be thinking about you as you take your oldest. I went through that. It will be fine. You will be fine. He's in Jacksonville. He's not that far away. My oldest went to Orlando, and I cried all the way home till he started coming home with his laundry every weekend. Anyway, so one more time, how can anyone join the Fighting Indians Booster Club?
You can email me at vbfootballboosters@gmail.com or go to our website, or you could go through the school.
Okay, so here we go. Fighting Indians 2025. And with that, we always say, go Fighting Indians!
Hello, I'm Derek, the senior pastor of the Genesis Church of Vero Beach.
And I am Ryan, the voice of Genesis Church of Vero Beach.
We would like to invite you to...
Wait a minute, I should do this piece. I'm the voice.
Then you go right ahead, Ryan.
I will. I would like to invite you to join us on Sunday mornings at 10:15 a.m. for worship at our new location.
It's at 3660 16th Street, right beside Rosewood Magnet School and right across the street from Leisure Square Recreation Center, right here in Vero Beach.
Hey, I was going to say that before you interrupted me.
I'm sorry, Ryan. Please continue.
At Genesis Church, we love Jesus and we love people, so we hope you come join us this Sunday at 10:15 a.m.
The Genesis Church of Vero Beach, a place of love where honest men are known, unafraid to love the hardest heart of stone.
You talk too much.
Thanks, Ryan.
Stick with me, kids, stick with me.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy, to country fried steak and eggs, to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians postgame show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services.
Gino's Nutrition Shop carries a wide selection of safe supplements for athletes no matter their age, especially regular gym goers. I'm Gino, and we love supporting the Fighting Indians. Our supplements work for muscle recovery, hydration, focus, immunity health, along with grab-and-go meals. At Gino's Nutrition Shop in Miracle Mile, our customers are family.
The Fighting Indians Halftime Show is brought to you by Genesis Church of Vero Beach. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
That would be me.
That'd be you.
That's me. All right. Well, hey, Vero Nation. Here we are, halftime of the Treasure Coast Kickoff Classic featuring Vero Beach and Miami Norlands. Vero Beach with a 20-7 lead. And, Gary, when we watched Vero Beach on their first two possessions go down and get those 14 points, it felt like, man, this is going to be over in a hurry because we got a freight train. But give credit to Miami Norland. They capitalized on a few mistakes by Vero Beach. They found something in our defense and were able to get a nice scoring drive together. But thankfully, our defense had a nice stop. And Vero Beach, near the end of the half, was trying to put a drive together. But it's been just a little bit of a roller coaster here in this first half.
That was a key situation Vero Beach was in. And when it had a bad snap and the ball went down to the 16-yard line, 1st and 10 from the 16 going in, and Vero Beach was able to hold. Mm-hmm. And the reason that was so important, Paul, was that if they scored, they get the ball to start the third period of this game.
Right.
So that could have been bad, and it turned out to be a really good. The defense came together, did a great job, great hits. They fell apart. They didn't lose their composure, but they made some mistakes, and they were able to correct that and made some big defensive plays.
Yeah, I guess what I'm trying to say here, Gary, is that, it felt like Vero Beach had an opportunity to throw a knockout punch and really couldn't.
Yeah, well, it's tough. It is.
It really is. All right, let's take a look at the Durfee's Heating and Cooling first half stats for Vero Beach. It is 139 yards on the ground. And good to see Jonathan Hillsman back. 6 carries, 71 yards. Mons has got 8 for 58 and a score. Mons through the air tonight is 13 of 18 for 165 yards and 2 touchdowns. Of course, Stinson with a nice big catch there. Has 2 catches, 53 yards and a score. E.J. White's got 1 catch for 11 yards. Hillsman's got 3 for 17. Melbourne's got 5 for 65. And then Woods has got 2 for 19 yards and the other touchdown. So at Vero Beach, 7 penalties on the night. I would say, all things considered, Gary, not too bad considering this is like the really first live scrimmage, if you will, that they've faced.
And you're going to have those penalties. You want to get this stuff ironed out. You're going to have some drop balls. You're going to have some bad routes. You're going to miss some tackles. But that's why you have this exhibition games to get them worked out.
Yeah, so Vero Beach right now has got 304 yards of total offense. And then on the other side, Miami Norland has only got 50 yards of offense for the first half of play. And thankful, some of that, though, was because of the one mistake Vero Beach had with the bad snap, put them on the 16-yard line.
Absolutely. That was a big mistake. But it would turned out to be a great defensive stand.
Absolutely. All right, so as we work our way towards the second half here in just a little bit, if you're, in the locker room as a coach, what do you tell Vero Beach when you're going to come out and play the second half?
Well, it's 48 minutes of a game. Mm-hmm. It's not 24. It's not 20, 18. It's 48.
Yeah.
And they got 24 more minutes to play, and they got to play to want to win. That's got to be the attitude. And Lenny Jankowski, I love the guy. The guy's a great coach. He not only does he get his guys prepared to play physically, he gets them prepared to play mentally. He does all the things to get a team ready for it. And I think that's what they're doing right now. They say, hey, come on, guys. Yes, it's an exhibition game, but we made a lot of mistakes we need to clean up on.
All right, well, we are going to step aside. We'll get ready for the second half between Miami Norland and Vero Beach. Indians with a 20-7 lead here at the half. This is Fighting Indians football.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
The safety of young athletes is priority one. The professionals at Vero Elite Rehab and Orthopedic Surgery are the official physicians for Fighting Indians sports. We thank them for helping make this broadcast possible. They offer care in orthopedics, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. More at VeroEliteOrtho.com.
Thanks to Longevity Rehab Centers in Vero Beach and Sebastian, owned by locals whose mission is to help heal those who are hurting with a goal of getting them back to a productive life. Longevity Rehab has built a reputation of trust with their clients from the top down, offering both physical and massage therapy designed to restore, relieve, or maintain a healthy lifestyle. Blue Cross Blue Shield, Humana, Cigna, United Healthcare, Health First, Medicare, and most insurances are accepted. LongevityRehab.com.
Citrus Bowl, Billy Livings Field. It is the Treasure Coast Kickoff Classic. Paul Tipton along with Gary Paris as we get set for the second half of play. While we have a moment, why don't we head down to the sideline, check in with the guys. And Derek, we'll start with you. What did you hear from the defensive side?
You know, when it comes down to our defense, I know we make a lot of bones about the fact that they went in tempo and really got us into some problems. Kind of good for them, but we really showed a lot of grit coming down there and really stopping them down inside the 5-yard line. I think 6 plays. So one for them for tempo, one for us for grit. But all things considered, 50 yards. Just when it comes to those things in a pregame game like tonight. Those things are going to be expected, but you just kind of buckle up your chin strap and keep going and know your assignments and improve.
All right, we'll check in with Matt here in just a moment as Vero Beach gets set to kick off. This one's going to go high. It will go deep for the touchback. And with that, let's go back down to the sideline and check in with Matt Paris. Offensively, you put up 20 points. Coach happy, or what was the thought?
No, he is. But you know what, guys? You know how he is. He's a detail coach, and that's what he talked about. Yes, he's happy with the 20 points, but there's still the little stuff that we got to take care of. And, getting first downs. Listen, you score on Miami Norland. You got 5 possessions. You score 3 times. You're pretty happy with that. But, again, this is what I loved and I saw in the locker room, guys. I saw a senior class or at least a veteran group of receivers and quarterback talking X's and O's. It was pretty special, guys.
Miami Norland will start from their own 20-yard line. First down and 10. Looking to throw. Got time. Now pressured out of the pocket, and it collapsed in a hurry. Back to the 15-yard line, and a loss on the play.
Tristan Davis in there on that sack. He wrapped him up. Bobby Burbick was there, and Malachi Reed coming from the other side. Good job by the guys on the inside. Ryan Hendrickson also.
We'll give it a loss of 2 on the play. 2nd and 12. Quick pass right side. Nice catch. Fired by Moore.
But what a play
and
there.
A positive play for Norland.
Jordan Crutchfield comes flying up and makes the hit right there. Wow, what a hit.
Make it a 3rd down and 7. Fire right side. Caught. Out of bounds near the 30-yard line. That is Downs on the catch.
I believe he may have the first down.
It's awfully close.
Yeah, they're going to give it to him. That's a quick throw out there by Moore to get the ball into Downs' hands, and he makes the catch, gets upfield, and he rolls it over. But I tell you what, that was close. We don't have instant replay, but they're going to give it to him.
Quick one now, handoff off the right side. Oh, good play to trip him
There's
up, and there is Crutchfield. As Wallace looked like he had an angle.
Yeah, now there's a guy playing in your corner or safety position at times. You say he's corner. He's actually playing like a nickel back, and he's flying up there. He lines up like a linebacker and a defensive back, and comes flying around.
2nd down. Moore looking to throw. He's got a receiver wide open around the 35-yard line. Turns it up, the 40-yard line. Now a flag's going to come in. Are we going to get a face mask?
Yeah, it could be a face mask, yeah. Close. That'd be a 15-yard penalty. Or I'm not sure if they do it 15 in high school or not, but it's going to be it's going to be at least 10. Personal foul, that's 15 then. Yeah, you get 13-yard reception, and that's 28-yard play.
Receiver in motion, handoff, a little stumble in the backfield, and that might have been just enough for that Vero defense to shut it down near the line of scrimmage.
Duke Phillip come up and makes that hit that time as a linebacker on that play.
Second down and 8. Another play action. Swing pass to the right side and turning it upfield. Norland getting big-time plays here as they'll get to the 20-yard line.
Well, your nickelback got himself in a little bit of a trouble there. He took a hard angle to the inside, and it was a swing pass with a block like a little screen. And because of that, they were able to pick up big yards.
Yeah, 21 for Seegers. Moore again looking to fire to the corner. Pass is there. Did he catch it? He did. Wow, what a catch by Strong.
That was a heck of a throw by their quarterback, Moore. He laid that ball right out, up in the air. The only guy that was going to catch that was going to be the receiver. Nice throw.
So it's 20-13, Gary. And do you go for one here?
Yes, because right now this ties the game. It would be a put in tie position or a chance to go for two. If you don't go for two and you don't make it, then you're really down.
That's true. Kick is up. Did it go wide right?
I think it's wide right. False start.
No, it doesn't matter. Now, see, to me, that's...
Well, it's a dead ball foul because he jumped and before the ball was snapped.
Yeah, it's like it never happened.
And there, Well, that was an ugly kick, too.
Yeah. So Miami-Norland now making it a game because they got a touchdown here on the opening drive of this second half and now are down only 20-13 pending this extra point try.
It's all about how well you adjust at halftime. How well do you come out and you fix the mistakes they made in the first half?
Mira going to get set, and it's almost blocked, but he line drives it through and makes it 20-14 here in the third quarter.
Linus Cadillac of Vero Beach has been a part of the community for over 2 decades and proudly supports our Fighting Indians. It's important to put the best team on the field to ensure a winning season. Linus Cadillac fields a lineup that all fans can agree has championship pedigree. From the 2025 Cadillac Escalades to the new XT5 Luxury Optic Sport 2. Late model pre-owned vehicles too. 1401 Highway 1 Vero Beach and at linuscadillac.com. Christian FM can put this game on the radio thanks to the support of businesses like Chuck Bateman State Farm Insurance in Vero Beach. Chuck's goal is to create an atmosphere where customers can talk about what's important to them. He's also a huge supporter of our local chapter of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes. Chuck's phone is 567-1106 or chuckbatemaninsurance.com.
80 yards, 7 plays, 20-yard reception by Amari Strong, and it is a now 20-14 lead for Vero Beach. And the Indians will get set to receive the kickoff.
Again, that shows you how big that stop was in the second half, or second quarter.
Very much.
Down there around the goal line.
Yeah, we could be talking about either a tie ball game or a 1-point lead for Miami. A little squib kick to the 30. 35-yard line, so Indians will get a pretty good field position to start this first possession of the second half.
Exactly right. That's a you're in a good. It's not bad. You'll take the 35 every time if you can. A squib kick down there. Jamarian Hillsman picked it up and then ran it back.
So 304 yards of total offense in the first half for the Indians, Gary, and you felt like it probably should have been well over 400 yards the way that they started this ball game.
That's what you thought, but when you lose your tackle, you've lost your left tackle, a veteran out there, the game changes for you.
First down and 10. Mons looking to swing past left side. Woods shakes a tackle. Turns it upfield. Whoa, what a nice move, and then is stopped around the 44.
Yeah, nice move at the beginning of that little swing pass out there to get it in his hands. He makes a great move, is able to accelerate. Then now he's got to get on upfield and get every yard he can get.
Got 9 on that one. Trey Woods makes it 2nd and 1. Vero Beach at their 44. leading 20-14. Mons fires left side. Another good catch by Woods, and he's near midfield, and it will be a first down brought to you by Frank Stawara, Tom Collins Insurance.
That was that quick out that's been there most of the night. Just a quick out. And great hands by Woods. Good route. Solid route by him. Great throw. Everything's timing. You take what's given to you. A lot. You can come back 2 plays again.
At midfield, first down and 10. Indians will stack 3 to the right, single to the left. 1 back in the backfield. Melbourne in motion. It's going to be handoff Hillsman up the gut, and Hillsman with a burst of speed past the 45.
That's a good 5-6 yard run, right? And that's a good run up there. And he accelerated. Good job by Corbin and those guys up front, and the big lineman Shadrack Washington, who's at center right now, is a big old boy. I mean, he's 6'5", 360 pounds. Corbin's not any smaller. He's about 380.
2nd and 4. Mons, he's going to keep it, trying to bulldoze his way towards that first down line, and the ball came out. Did he stop? Was his momentum stopped? Are they going to rule it a fumble?
Right there. He was down. I hope they say down because his momentum had stopped.
And they're talking it over.
That's down.
All right, so
they're saying it's down. I'll be honest with you. I'd love to see. I didn't see the instant replay, but I'd like to see what the officials. I'm glad they're talking it out.
Well, it's still a conversation going on here.
If you can't give it a
right, yeah,
100%,
exactly. Then
you've got to call what you think it is. It's got to be what you saw.
And Vero will keep the ball. It'll be 2nd down. No gain on that play. Actually, it'll be 3rd down. So we got 2 receivers on the right, single to the left, 2 backs in the backfield with Mons. Woods in motion, keeper by Mons off the right side. Mons trying to reverse his field and taken down again.
It's 4th down. You got to go for it here because I think.
Yeah, I think right now this is gut check time for Vero Beach.
It is.
Yeah.
And he just need a yard. He ran a draw play again that time. One of these draws where you got guys in motion, you fake the handoff, you let him get up inside you, and you follow in beside him. Now you see the tight end is out. Render's out there right now. Now he needs to make a big block here.
4th down and 1. Handoff's got to go to Hillsman. Jonathan off the right side, and boy, he had an open lane, trips up around the 30.
If he doesn't trip, he picks up an extra 10 yards.
So it'll be a Frank Stawara, Tom Collins Insurance first down, and Vero Beach to the 31-yard line. And we will step aside now for a water break. 6:05 here in the 3rd quarter. Vero leads 20-14.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
Christian FM thanks SOS Pest Services, who know that Florida's warm climate means pests of all types, disrupting our comfort and lifestyle. When it's time to sound the alarm, SOS will send their technicians to promptly deal with the problem, so no more worries about unwanted guests. SOS Pest has a range of services tailored to meet individual needs, serving Orchid, Indian River Shores, North Hutchinson Island, and surrounding areas. Owned and managed by lifetime local pros. Online at sospestservices.com or 772-296-2966.
So Jonathan Hillsman, good to see him back. He missed his entire junior season after a devastating knee injury in his sophomore year. Good to see him back out in his senior season. So far, he's got 8 carries for 87 yards. Just got the Indians a first down as Mons looking to throw, firing, going for the corner, and he had to let it go. Woods was the intended target. Mons on his back.
Yeah, that again, he needed a little more air under that ball. He overthrew him out there, but he was throwing it where nobody else can catch it but his guy. And I don't fault the quarterback, but that just about 2 yards too long.
So incomplete, brings up second down. Stinson and Melbourne will line up on this right side. Woods, White, left side. Mons, he's looking that way. He's going for Woods again. Home run ball and off the tip of the fingers.
Well, that one should have had. That one, he should have had that one. That was right on the money. They came back with the same play and laid it right in his hands. And he'll tell you what, nobody's more upset than he is.
Oh, without
he's
a doubt.
Such a competitive player.
Yep.
Such a great kid. I mean, he wants to win so bad. He just didn't find the ball quick enough with his eyes, and he went right through his hands.
Third down. Vero at the Norland 31. Leading by 6. Hand off to Hillsman. He's got a loon off the left side. He's to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, and out of bounds.
Boy, what a fake that was by the back. The guy in motion, didn't a hand off to Hillsman, and he had that outside was wide open. Great job blocking to the outside.
We got a red zone alert brought to you by Hummingbird Care Services, and of course a first down. Frank Stewara, Tom Collins Insurance, first down. 5:32, third quarter. Vero Beach at the 7-yard line or the 8-yard line, first and goal. 3 receivers wide out to the right. Al Melbourne gonna go in motion, pivot back. Low snap, handoff, right side. Able to get to about the 6-yard line. That's the way to make a botched play look better.
Yeah, he stayed with it. You notice he's very athletic. He went down, he picked it up, it hit the ground. He picked it up and was able to get the handoff.
Hillsman now went over the century mark with the last run. He's at 112. As we hit 5 minutes remaining third quarter, and on second and goal, roll out right, fires, looking for the end zone, and that was too hot and too wide.
Yeah, and I was just going to say, this is a must-score drive. You got them down here. You talk about punches that they need to throw here. This will be a gut punch if you can put them out. They just got to find a way to get in that end zone that time. That time the quarterback overthrew his receivers.
Yep, third and goal at the 7. Handoff's going to play action and was looking for Stinson on a screen pass, and it falls incomplete.
That play broke up. That play did not have a chance. Even if he'd have caught it, I don't think he'd have made that one because there were too many white shirts in the area.
Yeah, that was pretty clogged up over there.
Now, I think this is the right move to kick a field goal because then you go up by 3 points. If they score, you know what I mean? If they score 23 here, you'll possibly get a 2-point lead. I think this is the right move.
All right, so Swanson out on the field, looking at a 25-yarder. And
delay of game.
Play clock got to 0.
That, I don't know. You got to hustle. I don't know. Those are the things, again, Lenny Jankowski is a great coach, and he'll figure it out. He's more upset right now. That takes it back now from you're kicking a 17-yard field goal to now you're kicking a 22-yard.
Well, it's a 29-yarder.
29-yarder, rather, yeah.
Snap is there. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it looks good, and it is.
No matter. We could have got that one. Was good for about 20 yards more.
How about Riley Swanson, 29-yard field goal, and extends Vero's lead now to 23-14.
Linus Cadillac of Vero Beach has been a part of the community for over 2 decades and proudly supports our Fighting Indians. It's important to put the best team on the field to ensure a winning season. Linus Cadillac fields a lineup that all fans can agree has championship pedigree. From the 2025 Cadillac Escalades to the new XT5 Luxury Optic Sport 2. Late model pre-owned vehicles too. 1401 Highway 1 Vero Beach and at LinusCadillac.com.
The Fighting Indians rely on teamwork, and so does Christian FM. One of those teammates is Scott Sporting Goods. Scott Sporting Goods features an array of sporting equipment, including clothes and shoes. They are also the ones that fit our Fighting Indians broadcast team with the Fighting Indians apparel. Located in downtown Vero Beach, 1407 20th Street. Their phone number is 778-0661. Thanks to Scott Sporting Goods.
WSCF Vero Beach. Christian FM.
So Vero took 12 plays, goes 65 yards with a 29-yard field goal in there to take a 23-14 lead. Another kick by Swanson will go 3 yards deep into the end zone for a touchback. And Norland now will head back out to the field with the offensive unit. In their last possession, they went 80 yards on 7 plays, and Amari Strong with a big-time catch 20 yards out into the end zone. And the Vikings feeling a little bit better than they were about a quarter and a half ago, as they've got some renewed life in this ball game. But it's time now to see if the Vero Beach defense can stand up a little bit and do what they did early in this ball game and force a couple of 3-and-outs.
Yeah, if we could have scored that last drive right there, I think then it puts them behind the 8 ball pretty good, because then they got to score 2 touchdowns and
swing pass left side, caught.
Face mask.
Oh, there'll be a face mask.
That's hard. You know what? That's hard for a defender to try to get over there when the guy's moving his head, bobbing his head. And
that was Strong on the catch.
Yeah, and you grab that face mask. That's tough. That's 15 yards extra.
Yeah. So that's going to move Norland up.
Good call, good play. Just it's a good, safe little screen pass. They would have had 4 or 5 yards on that play, I believe.
Yeah.
And but the penalty really helped them.
Moves them to the 39-yard line. Play action, pass coming, pressure coming from behind, and the quarterback's going to go down.
That was a blitz from the outside on that. That came from outside on that play. I believe that was Jarvis Drayton. Jarvis Drayton come flying from the outside. That was like a safety blitz. He walked up and made that play. What a call that was.
Yeah.
Big play, big time play.
So a loss on the play of about 5. Moore looking to fire over the middle of the field. It is caught. Reverse on the field. Big time move now to the 30, 20. And out of bounds near the 15-yard line, and just like that, Norland down the field, and that is Strong again.
Yeah, they went into a triple position, and we did not have enough people slot. They had an open seam, wide open in there on that pass. He saw it, and the quarterback did.
Picked up 49 yards on that catch. Moore, quick pass right side. He's got his receiver over there, got a couple of blocks. Flag comes in. Play is stopped at the 10-yard line. Let's check the flag.
He may be blocking downfield where I don't know what the call may be. I'm thinking that they threw it. It
might be a hold.
Could be a hold. That's what I was trying to say, a hold on that play blocking.
Yeah, it's going to be a hold against the offense. 3:39 left here in the third quarter. So now Norland is moved back for a 1st and 12. Receiver caught, and it will be a score for Miami Norland. Sullivan on the catch.
Wow, somebody blew their coverage on that play because he was wide open on a slant coming down, and nobody was there to pick him up. And wow, what a throw, what a call, but what a time to have a breakdown in the secondary.
Absolutely. About a 19-yard catch for Sullivan. And just like that, Norland goes down the field 80 yards and scores. Extra point is good. So it's 23-21. Folks, we got a ball game.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Mazzarella's Auto Sales is part of a local business family and their Christian FM supporters.
I'm sales manager Mike Mazzarella, and we always strive to offer late model cars and trucks that undergo inspection and service by our high-tech mechanics. We have Jeeps, Rams, Toyotas, Hondas, commercial vehicles, and luxury vehicles. On site, we have our Spanish-speaking sales and financial advisor Diego Sainz. We also offer our virtual showroom online at mazautosales.com.
I'm Chris, Mike's brother. Our family has been serving our community since 1999.
Now on the corner, 4th Street in Old Dixie.
Norland has brought it back within 2, 23-21. They go 4 plays, 80 yards, 19-yard catch by Sullivan. Extra point good, and it's 23-21 with 3.5 to go in this third quarter. And the Vikings refuse to quit. Squib kick. Bobble, but picked up around the 36-yard line. Vero Beach is Dag Bolin.
Dag Bolin that time, running back, picked that up.
All right, Gary, you could just feel the momentum has shifted right now to Norland, but the offense right now has a chance to answer back.
They need to go right down the field, and they got to score. It's a must-score time for Vero Beach.
Took a minute and 10 seconds for Norland to get their 7 points on the board on that last drive. As Vero Beach will have the ball at the their own 36, leading by 2. 4 receiver set. 1 back in the backfield. And on 1st and 10, pass play, and pressure comes, and then Mons goes down back at the 25.
Wow. That came from the outside. Left tackle's got to do a little better job picking up. He needs a little help. Sometimes you need to get your lineman or your running back get over there to help out. But, wow, you realize how important players are Romeo Vargas is out. He's out. I mean, and right now you miss him.
Loss of 8, 2nd and 18. Trips on the left side. Handoff's going to go. Hillsman shifts to the left side, and he'll get back to about the 35-yard line, close to the original line of scrimmage. But it'll be 3rd down and 11. Yeah,
this is not a 2-down play. You got to get the first down here, and this is it. I mean, they got to give the quarterback now time. See, they sense it. They see the weakness in the line right now, and they're going after that spot.
Play action, going with a little screen pass. White trying to shake out the tackle, but the defender read that perfectly and stops it.
And there could be a penalty, late penalty. Flag. Could be unsportsmanlike conduct on somebody.
Oh, yeah. There was a hit as EJ was going down to the ground. The defender came in late and hit EJ.
Yeah, he literally, that was what the flag was thrown while he was laying down. He saw the guy. Now, it comes up 1 yard short of being a first down, unless this is automatic first down. I'm not sure it's not. It's 4th down. They're going to go. It's 4th and 1. I thought a personal foul would be, but.
All right, so the ball now at the 45-yard line of Vero Beach. It's 4th and 1. The officials are still discussing it.
Well, I don't blame their coach. Yeah, I let him know what happened, and he. They need to stop the clock. There they go. Got it back.
All right, there's 2 minutes to go in this third quarter. It's a 2-point lead for Vero Beach in a critical moment here. Should be 4th down.
Should be 3rd down. It's 3rd down. They had a penalty.
It wasn't a dead ball foul?
It was part of the play, I think.
All right, so 3rd and short. Hand off to Hillsman. He's trying to stutter step his way, but he might have just lunged enough for the first.
He got enough. Wow.
Yep, they gave it to him. So that is a Frank Stewart, Tom Collins Insurance first down. And Vero Beach has the ball at their own 47. Minute and a half to go, third quarter. 2-point lead for the Indians.
I like to hear that, Frank Stewart. When that comes up, that's a first down. I love that.
Frank loves it too. Check to the sideline here might be calling a audible here. Hillsman will shift over to his right.
You got a snap.
Play clock's at 6. And we're going to have to take a timeout. So timeout here with 56 seconds to go in the third quarter. It's a 2-point edge for Vero.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
Molinari Pools is a proud supporter of Fighting Indians football and Christian FM. A family-owned and operated business, the Molinari family, longtime members of this community. Joel Molinari, a former Fighting Indian, loves serving the Treasure Coast residents from pool cleaning to repairs to pool remodeling. Molinari Pools. Love people, love pools. 772-778-2633 or molinaripools.com.
Well, what looked to be early in this ball game as a runaway by the Fighting Indians has turned into a real slugfest here late in this ball game. It's 23-21, Vero Beach with the lead. They just got a first down thanks to Jonathan Hilsman, but the Indians need to get a score on this drive, only leading by 2, 56 seconds to go this third quarter. Handoff's going to go Hilsman. He's looking for a hole off the right side, and he'll pick up a yard.
As good a night as he's had, he is still stumbling on his cuts.
Yeah.
And he loses your momentum, and when you do that, either the field's too slick, or his cleats aren't, whatever it may be, but he has about 5 times I've noticed him slipping tonight.
Yeah. Looks like they'll give him 2. It'll be 2nd and 8. Indians are going to shift to the left side. Handoff. Jonathan trying to find a hole. Cuts one way, back to the other. Pushes his way past the 45-yard line. Good, strong move. Picks up 6.
What you don't like to see is all them gray shirts standing in behind them.
That's true. And got a couple of Viking players down at the moment. Clock as well. That's going to actually do it for the third quarter. So with that, we will step aside. End of 3. It is a 2-point edge for the Fighting Indians. Can the Indians hang on? We got a quarter to find out. Stick around. Fighting Indians football here at your Christian FM.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
Summers in Florida mean hot weather with lots of rain. Having gutters that work well is a must for most homes. Thanks to Able Gutter Services for their partnership. They provide premium products crafted to ensure customer satisfaction while protecting from water damage and maintaining structural integrity. Able Gutter Services in Indian River, St. Lucie, and Brevard County. Their number is 772-766-2554.
This is Vero Beach Fighting Indians football on Christian FM. Let's join Gary Paris and the voice of the Fighting Indians, Paul Tipton.
Welcome, Vero Nation. We are at the Citrus Bowl, Billy Livings Field, and it is the Treasure Coast Kickoff Classic. In tonight's game, it is Miami Norland here to take on your Vero Beach Fighting Indians. And right now, to start the fourth quarter, Vero Beach has got a third down situation coming up, but they have a 2-point lead. They have not trailed in this ball game. They got off to a hot start, racked up 20 points before Norland ever got their first touchdown. But Norland has really fought their way back and made it a real contest here in this third period, now heading into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they did some good adjustments there in the second quarter, but also in the second half. They're doing a much better job blocking for their offensive running backs and receivers.
So the Fighting Indians now looking at a 3rd down and 2 at the Viking 45. Handoff right side for Hilsman. Jonathan pushing his way, and he will have a first down at the 40.
That's just desire. He found a seam between Champ Smith and Corbin over there, and he went right in there in between and determined to get. He had the first down, but he wanted a couple more yards to add to it.
Hey, guess what? That's a Frank Stawara, Tom Collins first down.
Love it, old Frankie. Keep coming, brother.
All right, Vero Beach at the Viking 40-yard line, 1st down and 10. We're just starting this fourth quarter. Vero leading 23-21. Another handoff, right side by Hilsman. And Jonathan lunges ahead for another 2 to 3.
they had a blitz on the outside on. It was a run blitz, and the blitzer was able to get around and actually help make that tackle. They only kept it a 2-yard run, but that's they're going after the running game right now. They don't think Vero can beat them. They don't think Vero right now can beat them with the pass.
Second down and 8.
Dak Bolin is in at running back.
Yeah, I'm guessing Jonathan might need a little bit of a breather. He's been a workhorse here in this third quarter. On second down, Mons, he's looking to throw. He's going to go for the side. He's got a receiver over there, and there's going to be flags for pass interference.
Yeah, you can't block them out. You got to turn around to the ball. They put their hands up. That's pass interference all the way down the field. But again, I want you to realize that. I know he was under pressure, but that ball was still underthrown.
And that was Marcus Melbourne, the intended target. And with that penalty, that's going to put Vero Beach. Let's see, that would have been right around about the 20, I believe, right?
Yeah, but it's marked from the line of scrimmage.
Right. They were at the 40, so yeah, it should be. So it should be somewhere around the 25.
Yeah, it should be on about the 22 is where I have it.
Is that where you have it, Gary?
Yep.
First down and 10. Dagbolin hands off, shakes off a couple of tackles, pushes his way past the 20 to the 22. The 18.
That's some hard running right there by the young man. Wow, that is some good running. Wasn't much of a crack over there. He exploded up through there and made every yard he could on that one.
So it'll be second down and 6. Vero Beach content to run the ball here, eat up clock if they can. Mons, right side, looking to throw, has a step away from the lost the ball, and Norland's on it. Well, there hadn't been a lot of turnovers here tonight, but that one was a costly one.
Well, that one, the quarterback couldn't find anybody open. He tried to run back, and he got the guy that had been pushed around him. He was trying to step up, and the ball got stripped out of his hands as he's trying to step up into the pocket.
All right, so the Vikings at the moment have dodged a bullet from the Vero offense with the turnover. Ball at the 20. First down and 10. Time for the defense to come up with a play. Moore looking for a screen pass. Good pursuit and good tackle for a loss.
Wow, what a great job that time by Lockhart. Lockhart came flying over there and made that hit from as a linebacker.
So they'll basically, it's like a half a yard loss maybe, but still a loss. Good pursuit by the Indians. Now it's second down. 9.5 to go in this fourth quarter. Nowhere to go on the second down play either.
Yeah, he got back to the original line of scrimmage there. Good job blocking. Bobby Burbick in there. I love the way that young man's playing. Josiah Taylor's in there right now on that. You got Stone at linebacker. You got guys that are ready to play.
Third down, going to pass, and it's caught at the 30-yard line to the 35, and that'll be a Viking first.
Yeah, they were able to pick a soft spot in a zone that time, and they got the first down. They've been doing a good job passing the ball against us. That's a quick throw, too.
And quickly to the line of scrimmage. They're going to go with some tempo here. Moore's going to let it air out. He's got a receiver wide open. Downs. to the 15-yard line.
I do not know how he got that wide open. There's some miscommunication out there. Nobody picked him up. The safety did not come over, it looks like, to pick him up.
Whistle's going to stop play as Vero Beach will call a timeout here. And a little bit of a shell shock here as Norland comes up with a big play.
We're hearing from the sideline that there only had 10 guys on the field. We saw the player running off the field trying to get off, and he needed to be out there. There's some lack of communication or lack of paying attention, Paul, on that.
All right. So a big 48-yard pickup by Norland. And Vero Beach has now got to regroup here. They've done it once already, folks. Norland had the ball at the 16 and could not get it into the end zone. Can the defense do it one more time here and hold on to that 2-point lead right now, 23-21?
Yeah, Vero just doesn't have the offense in the second half like it did in that first half.
Eight and a half to go in this fourth quarter. Ball is at the 17 of Vero Beach. 1st and 10. Moore, he's looking to throw. Fires left side, nearly caught, dropped, and Lockhart made sure that the receiver did not have a second chance at it.
No, and I tell you what, I almost thought we overplayed it in a way because if he catches that, he may have not had anybody to tackle him. No, he would have had Lockhart nailed him.
Second down. Next week, Vero Beach opens up the regular season here at home against O'Galley. That game will kick off at 7 o'clock. Our coverage will begin with Countdown to Kickoff, presented by Cap's Pizza at 6 o'clock. Looking to throw again. Moore, he's got time now. Pressure out of the pocket. Fires, looking for a receiver. It's caught near the 10. Trying to shake to the 5. Tackled, and did he lunge in? He did. Touchdown.
You saw
Jaden Daniels with the catch and score.
You saw that young quarterback work his way out of trouble, rolled back. We thought we had him, and then he got out of that, and he found the open receiver. Wow, what a play. What a game. I'm going to tell you, it's an unbelievable turnaround. I never thought I'd see this, especially after the first quarter.
No, I mean, the way, again, with the hot start by Vero Beach, you thought, oh, my goodness, this is going to be a runaway type of score. But you got to really give credit to this Miami Norland team that did not quit. They just kind of buckled their chin strap a little tighter, and they got to work, and they have turned it around here. It is now 27-23, Norland on top.
Comfort Zone AC and Heating of Vero Beach has been servicing Indian River County for over 40 years, using only certified technicians. As a Christian, family, and veteran-owned and operated business, they offer comprehensive air conditioning, heating, and indoor air quality solutions to their clients. Online at ComfortZoneACNow.com. Proud supporters of the Fighting Indians.
The McCall Agency, Inc. owner is a fourth-generation Vero Beach resident and big supporter of the community and the Fighting Indians. The McCall Agency, Inc. is an independent agency and broker whose motto is securing your future one policy at a time. To learn more about personal, commercial, life, or health insurance services, Ron McCall can be reached at 772-473-6856 or McCallAgencyInc.com.
Miami Norland has taken the lead here, 27-23, getting set for the extra point here in just a moment. They went 80 yards on that last drive. Daniels with the catch from 17 yards out, wiggled his way and lunged into the end zone for the go-ahead score. They're going for two. Fire right side, and it is dropped. So the score will remain 27-23. Now, Gary, at halftime, the first half of play, Norland only had 50 yards of total offense. They've put together 216 yards in this second half.
And you can see what I see out there. I see a very confused secondary at times. I don't know that maybe I'm the guys down there on the sideline may see something different than that, but we've had way too many guys got open. Too many guys were he had time to find the open receiver and throw the ball. Where in the first half there was pressure on them a lot. What's happened is that they have reversed the roles. We're playing with some banged up players right now, and they've got a lot of momentum going for them. And again, they're finding opening holes in our secondary, and they're coming at it. And defensively, man, they're putting it on us. We need to score the touchdown. Like I said to you right before, this is a must touchdown drive.
Norland getting set to kick off. There was a whistle, but now the officials are stopping play. A little bit of confusion here, I guess. I heard a whistle.
I did too, and I blew. I heard the whistle.
Yeah. Mira getting set to kick off for the Vikings. He's going to kick this one high. It's returnable at the 1, to the 10, 15. And will be stopped around the 17, 18-yard line. So Vero Beach now with an opportunity. Let's see what the offense can do.
Yeah, that was this is a very important drive. This drive is, I can't emphasize enough, because you still got some momentum, you still got some drive in you. You're only down by 4 points, and you get 7, and then you got a good lead. Then you're up by then you got to kick a field goal to tie you.
All right, starts at the 18-yard line for Vero. Let's see what happens. See if Mons can shake off that fumble on the last drive. He's looking to throw. He's going down the seam. He's got Woods, and it's caught.
Yes.
What a catch by Trey.
What a beautiful catch. That moved the ball about 20-some-odd yards, 23 yards, I think, on that play. Wow.
26 yards.
26.
It is a Frank Stewaro, Tom Collins Insurance first down. The ball at the 46, or the 44.
That's a beautiful throw right in front of us.
Mons again looking to throw down the left side, looking for White. White had a step. He was held. He was being held, and there's no flag.
Yeah, he blew by the guy, and he got away with this.
So brings up second down. .752. We're in the fourth quarter. 27 for Norland, 23 for Vero. Vero with the ball at their 44. And White, I'm not sure if he saw the signal.
Yeah, that's what he was signaling for it.
Mons trying to set up screen underneath. It's caught. Woods trying to turn it upfield. He's got some room. Woods to the 40-yard line of Norland.
Wow,
another first down.
What a
Frank
great route.
Stewara, Tom Collins Insurance first down, and we're into Viking territory.
Did a great job of stepping up in the protection and throwing a bullet right there to Woods.
Picked up 16. Clock just past 7.5 to go in the fourth quarter. Mons, again, looking to throw. Going down that left side. He's got White there. White catches the ball. What a play by E.J. White near the 10.
Wow. He threw that on the back shoulder that only E.J. White could make that catch. What a throw and what a catch. If you look to the back on that play, he caught it off his back shoulder.
They're going to mark this at the 12-yard line. That is another Frank Stewart, Tom Collins Insurance first down. And now we've got a Hummingbird Care Services red zone alert with 7:14 to go. First down and 10 at the 12. Now flag. And this is going to be against Norland.
What? I don't know what they did. Oh, they broke the huddle with 12 men. Okay. That is a penalty.
Thank you very much. Huh. All right. I think they finally got adjusted there. One on and one off, or actually one off, really. Handoff off the right side. Turn around. Here goes Hillsman into the end zone. What a burst of speed. Touchdown, Vero Beach.
We talked about what a must scoring drive. And that's what Vero Beach came back and did. Very, very important extra point here coming up. But that was a beautiful drive and a must drive, as we called it.
Hello, Mr. Hillsman.
Yeah. And I think it's the best I've seen since the early quarter that you've seen Mons throw the ball. He
got protection.
He got protection. Very important extra point right here. Very important.
Swanson gets the ball up in the air, and it is through the uprights. Make it 30-27 and a 3-point edge for the Fighting Indians here in the fourth quarter.
Linus Cadillac of Vero Beach has been a part of the community for over 2 decades and proudly supports our Fighting Indians. It's important to put the best team on the field to ensure a winning season. Linus Cadillac fields a lineup that all fans can agree has championship pedigree. From the 2025 Cadillac Escalades to the new XT5 Luxury Optic Sport 2. Late model pre-owned vehicles too. 1401 Highway 1 Vero Beach and at linuscadillac.com.
A septic system is only as good as the installation and maintenance. Reliable Septic is the name known along the coast for being the professionals who install and service these systems for both residential and commercial uses. They'll determine the on-site needs and design considerations for a complete wastewater treatment system. Thanks to Reliable Septic Service. 772-562-4242.
So it was 82 yards, 5 plays. 12-yard run for Jonathan Hillsman to get into the end zone, and the go-ahead score, 30-27. Hillsman on the night, 17 carries, 147 yards, and his first touchdown. Kickoff goes to the 5, returned 20, and that's as far as it goes.
That's good coverage right there. Good coverage.
And one of the Viking players is still down on the turf. What an answer, Gary, by that Indian offense.
Well, again, you saw the leadership ability of your sophomore quarterback. Made some great throws in there. Good calls by Lenny Jankowski. The line gave them a chance for him to step up. And then they mixed the run with it. And when you got passing and you're running, boy, that's a great combination. And that was the best drive I've seen tonight. It was
65 seconds on that drive.
Well, it was quick, but it was a must drive.
Let's check in with Matt.
Hey, guys, we're talking about we just kicked off, and we talk about special teams and how important it is. Obviously, making that field goal earlier in the game was big, making that extra point. But how about the kickoff team? You know what? We kick it to the 1, and we stop them at the 20. They kick it to our 1. They hustle down. They stop us inside the 20. Match them for matching. We got to be able to do that all year. But that kickoff team, it'll set the tone for the defense.
Good point, Matt. Good point. I don't think, have we punted at all tonight? I don't think so.
No, we have not. No, actually, well, we were going to, but the bad snap.
Yeah, that's true. Well, we didn't punt, though.
That's true. The fact still remains. We did not punt. Well, Gary, you and I will join Coach Jankowski at Cab's Pizza on Tuesday night for Coach's Corner. That'll be the season debut of Coach's Corner. So it ought to be an interesting conversation.
Folks, if you've never seen it, it's on YouTube. I tell you what, you'll enjoy Paul and Coach Jay and the way they go through the game.
Handoff left side. Pretty good gain for Norland on the first down play. And that was Maurice Clark on the run this time for the Vikings. Picks up 6, 2nd and 4. Clark again, but this time he ran into 2 gray jerseys, Bobby Burbick being one of them.
I tell you that, and also big old 74. Shadrach Washington, or 75, brother.
Josiah Taylor. So back him up. It's 3rd and 5. Screen pass left side. Caught. Downs will get enough for a first down as he crosses the 35.
Too big a cushion. They're seeing that, and what they're doing is Vero Beach is backing up, got plenty of cushion. And look, there's about 7 yards between them and the defender, their receiver and our defender.
Play action. Pass over the middle is caught at midfield. Push ahead to Vero territory to the 45-yard line. Seegers with the catch.
They fake that handoff, and then they throw the slant. Linebackers are either being froze by the fake, and they're not getting that drop back into that throwing lane.
Another handoff, this time clogged up, but a good effort by the running back to push ahead.
It looks like
that was Wallace.
I'm going to say he lost a yard a little bit, but they're saying hit the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, back to the line of scrimmage. I mean, it was 3 yards deep when he got hit.
This
2nd down and 10.
Must-stop drive right here.
5:15 and counting, 4th quarter. Indians with a 3-point lead. Moore fires, finds his receiver. That is strong, and he's close to the Vero 30.
Wow. He was wide open on that play. He comes across, he plants, and he comes across, and there you'll see him wide open. Again, our defensive backs are late.
Handoff off the right side. Big hole past the 20 down near the 15-yard line. Wallace again. Put it at the 15-yard line. 1st down and 10. Hurry up. And this time caught in the backfield. Wallace nowhere to go. And that was Stuckey with the tackle.
Xavier come across, made a great tackle on that one.
4.5 to go. Whistle going to stop. We got an injury timeout as one of the Vero players is down over near the home sideline.
I'm trying to see who it was because he literally just fell. Went down.
So we got 4:22 to go. The score is 30-27. Vero with a 3-point edge, but you've got Norland down to the 15-yard line of Vero Beach, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 after this injury timeout.
I have no idea what they're doing, the officials, right now.
We'd like to thank our official quarter sponsor here for the 4th quarter, HBS Glass. Rob and the gang there at HBS, a proud supporter of Fighting Indians football and the Vero Nation Network. 4:22, 4th quarter. Paul, Gary, Derek, Matt, and Don. Next week, the season opener here at home against O'Galley. But right now, Vero trying to see if they can hold on in this preseason exhibition against Miami Norland. Kai Moore for Norland at quarterback. Whistle again, going to stop the play before it starts.
Because of your face mask, or excuse me, your chin strap or your mouthpiece, you're going to get yourself taken out of a ball game. And that's you can't afford to do those things right there.
All right, here we line up again. 2nd and 10. Moore looking. He's going to fire towards the corner, and he's going to overshoot his target. Wow. That was Downs, and Downs had a step.
Oh, he was wide open. I mean, he was wide open. Haywood he kind of froze there and allowed him to get by him a little bit, but I think he thought the ball was going to be thrown underneath, and it went over. If he makes a good throw, then he is that's a touchdown. Another Vero player down.
Yeah, I think now, it's obviously, everybody knows it's been hot for the last several weeks. And I think we're seeing now, just the
cramps,
the heat taking its effect on everybody.
There's cramps right there. That to me looks like cramps. I've had them one time, I'm thinking, my whole life playing football, but one time, and boy, I tell you what, they knotted up and they knotted up. And I was playing for Florida State, and it was in Kansas. They had that AstroTurf, and it was hot.
Oh, yeah.
It was hot, and I was the only tight end that day because my backup hurt himself in warm-ups. So I was playing every play, and I had cramps. I mean, just had cramps.
Let's check in with Dr. Matt, who probably can tell us a little more about cramps, right?
Well, you know what? It's a cramp's a cramp, but you know what, Paul, Gary, these coaches they will preach about, hey, drinking, hydrating, not just the day of, but before. Mm-hmm. But until you get into the situation, you start getting cramps, that's when you'll kind of figure out, you know what, I better start hydrating about Wednesday for a Friday game. And, they're not doing it. They're excited. They come out here, and they're expending more energy than normal because they're just hyped up. And then you end up on your back with your leg up in the air, and someone's trying to get a cramp out of your leg, and it's not fun if anyone's had that.
Matt, just kind of curious, I hate to put you totally on the spot here, but, is there, some type of mathematical equation here that says, okay, if you're this tall, this height, how much fluids do you need prior to a game or something like that? Or
you know what, Paul, I don't know that. I'm sure there is. And then there's just the hydration that you have. You got to make sure that you're getting the electrolytes in your system, not just drinking just straight water. There's got to be some electrolytes in that. And, and I tell you what, AJ's going to have his hands full because I can promise you AJ preaches it. Oh. But, what's the old saying? You can take a horse to water, but
you can't make him drink.
That's right.
Yeah. Although you'd like to, drown him sometimes. 3rd down and 10. Play action, little swing pass left side. Pursuit by the gray shirts is there to stop him at the 14.
Wow, what a big play. Brings up 4th down. Now they got to go for it or kick a field goal.
Yeah, I think they'll probably try this field goal here. They got a pretty good kicker.
What a great job of hustling by the defense at the angle they took. And I'm going to tell you,
Lockhart, man.
You got to give that to Woods. Woods come flying across there and made that.
That was Wood.
Yeah, Trey. Yeah.
Trey Woods come flying across there. This
All
is
right,
huge.
So we're going to line up for a 30-yard field goal by Myra. And he's at an angle. He's on the far hash. Now flag. Play clock. That's going to back him up 5 yards. Now he's got a strong leg.
Yeah, he hasn't looked pretty doing it.
He can come down again.
Matt, what you got?
Hey, guys, that 5 yards might actually help him. When you're on the hash in high school, it's wide, and you have a bad angle. The closer you are, the further you get back, and those goalposts look a little bit wider.
Yeah, you might, but I'm going to tell you, it depends on the angle, too. Myra is the kicker, and he is like, all right, let's settle down, guys. I got this.
35-yard attempt. Snap is there. The hold is down. The kick is up, and it is good. Myra puts it through from 35 yards out, and it's a tie ball game at 30 apiece. 2:55 to go here in the fourth quarter.
Hi, JW here from Barker Air Conditioning and Heating, serving the Indian River County area since 1959 and supporting fighting Indian sports for decades. We're known for being HVAC specialists for installation and service. Local, licensed, and insured, Barker is a trained comfort specialist that services all makes and models. BarkerAC.com.
Gino's Nutrition Shop carries a wide selection of safe supplements for athletes no matter their age, especially regular gym goers. I'm Gino, and we love supporting the Fighting Indians. Our supplements work for muscle recovery, hydration, focus, immunity health, along with grab-and-go meals. At Gino's Nutrition Shop in Miracle Mile, our customers are family.
How about 80 yards, 7 plays, 35-yard field goal by Myra, and it is now a tie ball game at 30-30 with 2:55 to go in the fourth quarter, and Vero Beach will get set to receive the kickoff.
Plenty of time left. Vero's got 1 timeout left, though. That's all. Norland's got 2. We need that one of them Woods returns.
Myra getting set to kick off. This one's high. It will go deep enough for the touchback. So Vero will start at the 20. All right, GP, here we go. 2:55. We're tied up. You got 80 yards to go.
What you dream for, man. This is what you play the game for. It's you versus them.
Matt?
Talking to our place kicker earlier, and I said, hey, what's your comfortable range? He said 45 in. That's a pretty good weapon, guys.
Wow.
Is that like the 35-yard line or the 45-yard line?
First down and 10 from the 20. Trips to the left side. Handoff through the gut, past the 25 to the 27.
Good run. Picks up a about 6-7 yards, maybe 7 on the 6 yards on the play. You know, you got no panic here.
Twin receivers on both sides. 2nd and 4. Pass right side. It's caught. Melbourne pushing ahead to the 32, maybe 33. That's enough for a first. That is a Frank Stewara, Tom Collins Insurance first down. Clock will stop at 2:10. At least it should. It didn't. Mons gonna hand off right side. Hillsman shakes, gets past the 40 to the 42. The ball came out, but I think he was down.
He was down. Ground caused the fumble or loose on that ball. That's close to another first down.
It is.
Yeah. See, now you got minute 54. You're looking if he's. I don't think you're 35 when you're kicking into the wind or 45. He may like to get that ball down to about the 15 or 20-yard line.
At the 44, 1st and 10. 140 and counting. Keeper by Mons. Mons following some blocks near midfield.
All right. Moves up 5-6 yards on that play.
90 seconds to go. 2nd down. 120 and counting. Vero's going to need to pick up the pace a little bit here. Got to go. 110. Another handoff. Hillsman trying to shake at the line of scrimmage, and he's only going to pick up a couple of yards. Might have to take a timeout here.
You got 3rd down coming up. I think Lenny's got to get in a
you
little
only got one
quicker.
timeout, so you got to
only
save
got
that
one
one.
timeout. You got to save it.
3rd down at the 49-yard line. 47 seconds to go.
This is a big play here for Vero Beach because they don't make it, then they'll
Mons, play action, looking to throw. Pressed out of the pocket. He's
Gotta
got
run.
a lane. Run. Get out of bounds. Got a first down and out of bounds near the 40-yard line. How about that? You got a Frank Stawara, Tom Collins Insurance first down at the 40-yard line of Norland.
Boy, he set that up beautiful. Looking to the right. Nobody there. He takes off to the left and gets the first down plus.
Clock is stopped at 28 seconds.
They got it going.
They'll spot it at the 41-yard line. Trips on the right side. Looking down that left, fires, and I believe it's hopped, and it's incomplete. Might not be a bad idea to, anyway, just so that it stops the clock.
I agree with you. That would have been tough.
It's minimal
You had
gain.
to get up to spike it, or you got to get first downs here right now. You need to get down, I would say, to the least to the 20 or 25-yard line to give him a shot at a 42-yarder.
25 seconds to go. It's 2nd and 10. We'll line up 3 right, single left. Melbourne's going to go in motion. Pivot back around. Play action. Got time. Lets it fire over the middle of the field. Oh, could have had a play right over the middle of the field. And instead, Jonathan could not bring it in, and it's incomplete.
That was a low throw. If that ball's up a little higher, I think he catches it, but he had to go to the ground to get that one. Oh, he had his hands on it, though.
Yeah, it was hard for him to stop. It was underthrown. So 20 seconds. 3rd down and 10.
Gonna have to me, you gotta have to pick up 15 yards here.
Play clock is at 8. Get the snap off. Mons looking over the middle of the field. Melbourne's got it! And he took a shot but held on to the ball. What a play by Marcus Melbourne to pick up a big first down inside the 25. That's a Frank Stawara, Tom Collins first down.
That's close enough here to me. The clock's running. They're going to kick the field goal.
They're just going to take a timeout here.
They'll take the timeout for the field goal.
Yep. Stop the clock at 2 seconds with a timeout. And it's going to be, not sure which kicker he's really going to put out there, but I'm guessing it's probably going to be Riley Swanson that might take a crack at this one. Wow, what a catch by Marcus, and took the shot.
Unbelievable.
We're tied at 30. 2 seconds to go in regulation. And Marcus Melbourne has put Vero Beach in a position to try a field goal. Most likely looking at somewhere in the range of about 40 yards for Riley Swanson.
Yeah, it'll be, is that the 20? It'll be at the 28, 38, close to 40. Well, this is it.
Well, here we go, folks.
This is kicking into the win.
Let's see what happens here as Riley Swanson's going to get an opportunity here to try to win this ball game in regulation.
If I'm Norland, I call timeout as he gets up there. Because they got 2.
It's 40-yard field goal attempt for Riley Swanson. And a timeout's going to be taken by Norland.
I would. I'd make them think about it.
Yeah, they still got another timeout available to them. Wow, what a ball game this has turned into.
It's tale of two halves. Tale of two halves. Tale of get two teams.
It's a tale of two halves. I agree with you, Gary. But you know what's been interesting about this is that, you know, Vero could have easily have folded up when they lost the momentum, and they haven't. They've traded shots.
That's not in their. that's not in their chemistry. They're dynamically are a better team. They play hard.
Mm-hmm.
They've been taught that. Their DNA is win.
Well,
and go out and fight hard to win.
I think when you start out as hot as they did, and then you start having some adversities, that's when it's real easy for people to start finger pointing at each other, and then you're divided, and things really fall apart when that happens. But these guys didn't do that. They have stayed together, and they have fought hard, and now they got an opportunity to win the ball game. 39-yarder. Banshoff set to hold. He's waiting for the snap. There it is. Kick is up. It's long enough. And no, it's wide. Wide left. Wow, it had plenty of distance. And Norland avoids the winning field goal here in regulation.
So now, do they play in exhibition games? Do they play?
That's a good question, Gary.
I would think not. I don't think so. I don't think they will. Both teams.
Yeah, I can't tell yet exactly what they're planning on doing. But I got a feeling this is probably game over because it's just a preseason game. No sense trying to get everybody hurt. I don't know, Gary. I mean, do you want to try to get a win out of this?
No, this game's over. I think it's over with. I think in exhibition, they don't have the. It doesn't need to be. You don't need to. It doesn't matter who wins in this. It's a great game.
Well, I was just kind of the way Coach Jay was standing over there. It looked like he might be ready to go for overtime, but.
To me, listen. Both these teams played hard.
Yeah, I agree. Well, they're not. We're going over. I'm about to say the way that they're staying on the sidelines. All right, so I tell you what, folks, we're going to take a quick break, and we've got some extra football coming your way. It's tied 30-30. We're going to overtime. That's coming up next.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast, our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Durfee's Heating and Cooling, a longtime friend and supporter of Christian FM. Durfee's Heating and Cooling offers air conditioning repairs, maintenance, and new installations. Family owned and operated, serving the Treasure Coast area. Durfee's Heating and Cooling, 772-971-5884.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians postgame show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services.
Welcome to the Fighting Indians postgame show, presented by Roy Bell Grading Services.
Well, during the break, they decided, you know what, it's just a preseason game. Let's all just shake hands and walk away and go, good job. And that's exactly what's going to happen. So the game finishes tied at 30-30. And with that, we welcome you to the Roy Bell Grading Services post-game show. And it was an interesting game. Vero Beach got off to a very hot start, put 20 points on the board, but then Norland fought its way back. And in the second half, it just became a dogfight between these two teams, and fitting that it ends in a tie, 30-30. So it will be good to hear come Tuesday, Gary, when we get with Coach Coach's Corner to hear his thoughts on the whole scheme of this ball game, and in particular, how it all ends. Are you happy with that, or would you have liked to seen overtime? Who knows? But we'll get a chance to talk to him in a little bit. But we're sorry, folks. We're kind of like scrambling here on the fly because we initially thought we were going to do overtime, but then they decided to do differently. But with that, I think we got an opportunity to go down to the field, and I think Matt has got Coach Willis standing by. So let's head down to the field and check in with Matt.
Boy, tell you what, we knew it was going to be a dogfight. It came out that way. We started off with a hot start, but then Miami-Norland, we knew they were going to play like Miami-Norland, and they came back. Didn't help us when we had some offensive linemen dropping like flies.
Yes, sir. Man, it was a tough-fought game. Just proud of the boys. O-line, man, we've been at it for all summer, and, man, it was next man up tonight. We had 3 starters go down in the game. And, man, it was plug and play and just switching people all the way across the line, and they stepped up. When their name was called, man, they stepped up. We got to get back to the drawing board, hopefully get a couple of those guys back for next week and continue to build on that tonight.
Coach, that last drive for us, it was incredible. You had Champ Mon just throwing the ball, our dudes against their dudes, but our dudes on the front line, like you said, you talk about stepping up. There was a wall for him to be able to throw those deep balls.
Yes, sir. We work hard every day, and I tell people all the time, our defensive line is one of the best that we'll face all year long, man. We face those dudes in practice. The speed, the energy, the effort they're coached with, and how they come off the ball, that it slows the game down most Friday nights for us, man. And our backups were able to benefit from seeing that in practice.
Coach, how impressed were you with Jonathan Hillsman tonight?
Man, after 1 year coming back, man, I'm just so proud of the guy, man. He was a workhorse in there for us tonight. So proud of him.
Coach, the defense, I know you're an offensive coach, but you're watching the defense. Defense did really well. They had some mishaps, but there was a couple times they really stepped up for you guys tonight.
It's a team ball game. Most of the time I can't even watch. I'm on there trying to make corrections on the O-line, but at the end they stepped up when we needed them, man. It's a team game, and we're going to continue to work to get better.
Coach, what do you think this says as we go into the regular season and we got the next 3 games? Tough as we're going to see. What does this game say tonight about us?
I think it was just a gut check. Just see what we have, the depth. Sometimes you go into kickoff classics and you want to rotate a lot of guys in and see what you have for the year. And we was forced to do that early in the game tonight. So that was amazing to see. And hopefully that builds upon our depth and getting guys ready to play and make this run.
All right, Coach, well, I appreciate it. Hey, great atmosphere tonight for the Kickoff Classic. It was a great game. You had a phenomenal team against us, and we had a good team on the field tonight as well.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And I want to say everybody come out tomorrow. It's going to be another 2 great ball games.
All right, thank you. Coach, we'll let you get to the boys. Back to you guys.
Yes, sir.
All right, thanks a lot, Matt. As Coach Willis talking with Matt there after this tie ball game, a preseason exhibition against Miami-Norland finishes 30-30. And welcome into our broadcast booth here, brought to you by Game Day Men's Health of Vero Beach. Gary, man, we thought early on in this ball game that this was just going to be the offense was rolling, the defense was forced 2 3-and-outs, and we thought, okay, man, Vero's really rolling here, and this could get away from Miami-Norland in a hurry, and it'd be an ugly ball game for them. But, man, these guys, man, they fought their way back. And, some of that is, Vero made mistakes, but you got to credit Miami-Norland for capitalizing when mistakes and opportunities present themselves.
We talked about this at the first half, and I told you it's a 48-minute game.
Yeah, you did.
And it's a game that has to be played. You got to play every play for 48 minutes in a close game. Mm-hmm. You never know when this game was going to turn, switch. I mean, we were able to hang in there, make some things happen, had a chance to win it. That's all you can ask yourself to do.
Yeah.
Is have a chance to win the game, Paul. And Vero played hard, played well, and so did the Vikings of Miami-Norland. I'm proud of their kids. They didn't quit. They could have quit. They fell behind. Mm-hmm. And what a unique game. What a good game. You walk away, you're tired, you're physical. You've been playing a physical game, and you look at yourself and you say, okay, we didn't lose, we didn't win, but hey, we got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
We got a lot of work to do because you got a Galley who last year was district champ and went into the playoffs, two rounds into the playoffs, and then you got Gainesville Buchholz.
Yep.
We know what they did to us here, And then you've got Coco. So, I mean, there's not a time to rest now. Now it's time to get yourself ready.
Yeah.
You can't rest on anything other than get yourself like, hey, I got to play better. What are my mistakes? The film will tell me all that. And we had some moments that we looked really good, and we had some moments out there defensively looked like people were confused and guys were in the wrong positions. And offensively, we got some guys banged up. Some of the replacements weren't, to the caliber that they face in this league out in Miami and in the level of football we've been playing. So you've got to work on it all. But I think in all, I love the effort by both teams. I love the effort by Coach Jay, was working hard to get his team, and the Vikings coaches were working hard to get their team available, to make plays. And again, they could have quit after the second half.
Yep.
For the second quarter, but they didn't. And it made a great game out of it.
Absolutely did. All right, well, we're going to have more of our Roy Bell Grading Services post-game show. We'll have our Scott Sporting Good players of the game, and we'll also have our Midas of Vero Beach play of the game. That's still ahead. Stick around. More to come right after this.
Thanks to Roy Bell Grading Services for sponsoring Fighting Indians football and the Fighting Indians post-game show.
Hi, my name is Chase Bell, and my father Roy has served Indian River County in the grading industry for over 40 years. My family and I are proud supporters of Christian FM and the Vero Beach Fighting Indians. Go Vero!
No job too small or too big. Roy Bell Grading Services. We roll the earth. 772-473-4559. Roy Bell Grading Services.
Cafe 66, located on US 1 just south of 8th Street. At Cafe 66, our breakfast menu is all about variety. From biscuits and gravy to country fried steak and eggs to Nutella stuffed French toast. Our lunch and dinner menus have something for everyone, from barbecue platters to unique burgers. Our hours online at cafe66vero.com. We proudly support the Fighting Indians.
Mazzarella's Auto Sales is part of a local business family and their Christian FM supporters.
I'm sales manager Mike Mazzarella, and we always strive to offer late model cars and trucks that undergo inspection and service by our high-tech mechanics. We have Jeeps, Rams, Toyotas, Hondas, commercial vehicles, and luxury vehicles. On site, we have our Spanish-speaking sales and financial advisor Diego Sainz. We also offer our virtual showroom online at mazautosales.com.
I'm Chris, Mike's brother. Our family has been serving our community since 1999.
Now on the corner, 4th Street in Old Dixie.
Back here for the Roy Bell Grading Services post-game show. Paul and Gary up here in the booth. We're going to head back down to the field. And time now to present our Scott Sporting Good players of the game for both offense and defense. And with that, we go to the field, turn it over to Derek West. D?
Down here with my friend Jonathan Hillsman. Jonathan, the question all Vero Nation wants to know, how does it feel to be back?
It feel great. It feel amazing, man. You back on the field, showing people what you about, and putting your name back on the map.
Absolutely. Seems like we had a really good test tonight for your offense. Talk about what you saw. Had a really good game tonight.
You know, the team, we started off good, started falling back apart, but we came back together. We came and we finished. We did what we did.
Absolutely. How does a game like this really prepare you for the rest of the season?
You know, a good team like they is, it really shows us, like, what we need to fix on and what we did good, but we still need improvements over the season.
Absolutely. Looking at our roster, particularly on offense and our skill positions, have a lot of really good receivers. How does a good passing game and a good receiving game really help open things up for you? Seems like you really saw the field well because of a lot of good passes that we had.
It really opened up. When you can do two things, you never know. The defense can just always guess. They never know what's coming next.
Absolutely. Well, Jonathan, we are glad that you are back, my friend. Go enjoy the rest of your night with your teammates, all right? All right, thank you. Here also with Bobby Burbick. Bobby, started out really fast, really good. Had to really enjoy some of the things you saw on your defensive line, particularly in the first half.
Yes, sir. You know, we came out firing. We came out really hot. It's a shame we didn't, bring it to the end. But, all week, honestly, off-season, we just knew we had a state championship caliber team coming in, so we just knew we had to start off hot.
Absolutely. How do the challenges? It seems like we were really challenged a lot with their tempo. It really kind of got us a little bit in that first half. How does placing a team of this caliber really help you, particularly when they get you on some tempo stuff?
Yeah, we struggled a lot. I mean, we're definitely gonna make improvements come Monday and tomorrow. But it's just gonna get us ready for these teams coming in, and it's really just gonna get us ready, like I said.
Absolutely. At halftime, Coach Mata talked about our team and our defense, and he defined you guys with the word grit. Do you remember that in the halftime speech? How would you define the defense in terms of grit? What are you guys about?
I mean, grit, just straight grit. I mean, we're all about hard work. We're all about every hat to the ball. I mean, we're one unit. We play as one unit. We're a family, and that's what we live by.
So some good things to improve on tonight. Some good things we saw, particularly in that first half with the goal line stand down there that turned out to be a pretty big thing. So just take it one play at a time, but we appreciate you interviewing with us, and go celebrate with your teammates, all right? All right, have a good night.
Well, there you go,
Back to you
folks.
guys.
Thank you, Derek. We got Bobby Burbick along with Jonathan Hillsman, our Scott Sporting Good players of the game. Jonathan tonight finishes with 20 carries, 165 yards, and a touchdown. That's a nice way to come back and start your senior season.
Against a quality team, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's a great job. And, again, he found himself slipping and sliding at times. Yeah. And again, he still was able to put together. That's what you have when you have a championship team or a good team. You got guys like Hillsman. You got guys like Mons. You got guys that can catch the ball, get down the ball down the field and all like that, too.
Vero Beach offensively finishes with 521 yards of offense. Mons on the night is 30 of 20, and he has 275 yards, 2 touchdowns. But I'm sure the one thing that's probably sticking out in his mind most is that fumble that he had, and stuff happens.
He got stripped. He was. They come from behind, boom, hit him, and fumbled it.
Leading receiver tonight was Melbourne, 7 catches, 90 yards. And Woods had 6 for 66 and a touchdown. Stinson, got off to a hot start, got kind of quiet later on. But, Gary, our Midas play of the game, man, what a phenomenal moment. I'll let you set up the play of the game.
It was very important. We needed a big play. We needed something to happen. If we don't get this play, we're going to punt.
Yeah.
And we're not going to get a chance to score or anything like that. And he literally just reached up high in the air and jumped up and took the ball away from the defender. It was a great throw, great job of going up, landed in the end zone for a touchdown.
Yeah, that is Stinson with a nice high point catch there. Keep the drive alive. That is our Midas of Vero Beach play of the game. And just finishing out some of our Durfee's heating and cooling stats for tonight. Again, Stinson with 2 catches for 55 yards and a touchdown. White 2 for 39. Hillsman had 3 for 17, along with his 165 yards of rushing. Mons on the night had 13 carries, 67 yards, and a score. 25 first downs, just the 1 turnover tonight. So, if there's positives here, Gary, you can look at it just 1 turnover. I think for totals we had, something like 10 penalties on the night. So, all things considered, a pretty clean ball game for Vero Beach.
Yeah.
Just some of those mistakes that happened that maybe stalled a drive here or there that probably could have ended up in scores, but a difference in this game.
How do you get 525 yards of total offense and only score, 4 touchdowns? 3 touchdowns and a field goal.
Yeah.
That makes it tough. But that's a good offense. They had some opportunities. They just didn't capitalize on them.
All right, you get to put this one to bed. And, honestly, Gary, I think we've talked about this before. This could be some of the biggest learning moments for this team because you've been in camps – you've been in, 7-on-7. Now you get a chance to see what it's like under live fire. And now this could be one of the biggest jumps this team makes going into this week because now they know more about themselves.
They do. And let me say, if we'd have won, it wouldn't have mattered because it doesn't count.
Right.
If we lose, it doesn't matter because it doesn't count. We tied. And all of a sudden you feel like, we tied. You know what I mean? How good are we? Well, how good are they? They're a pretty good team, too.
Yeah.
They came in here with a very talented team. And you learn a lot in a game like this, Paul. You find out your weaknesses, your strengths. You find out how athletes react. You find out how coaches react. you really put yourself in a position to learn from a game like this. A tremendous amount of learning in this game. And Lenny Jankowski, who I call the professor of, football, and this guy will dissect, pick apart, do everything to find out to make this a better team. He's that good at coaching.
He will. He will. And like I said, we've got a conversation with him coming up on Tuesday night at Cap's Pizza at 6 p.m.
Yeah,
with
I'm
Coach's
excited
Corner.
about that.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to hear his point of view.
I would love, you're right. Good
Yeah.
point. And if you haven't heard that, folks, if you haven't watched that, it's a great time. Paul and Lenny get together, and I'm just a token that's there. And but they do a great job of breaking the game down, breaking the plays, and having fun with it. So listen to it, or be there at Caps on Tuesday. What time?
6 o'clock.
6 o'clock.
Yeah, there you go. And don't let him fool you. He jumps in on the conversation too, but what he does so well is ordering the food. So that's
absolutely
that's
somebody's
his
gotta
best
take
part.
care.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, it's a good start to this season, and next week we get the official open here at the Citrus Bowl against O'Galley. Kickoff is at 7 o'clock. Our coverage will begin at 6 p.m. with countdown to kickoff. I want to thank all of our crew, starting with John Hamilton, our executive producer, our director and field engineer, Stephen Tipton, our studio engineer, Jacqueline Tipton, video directors, Brian Lewis, and we want to thank Ashton Curie, Sebastian Bois, and Jeremy Bima, I should say that. And Don Dexter, Bobby Paris, Derek West, Matt Paris, Gary Paris. I'm Paul Tipton. Hey, good night. We'll see you next week, folks. Thanks so much for joining us. And as always, go Indians.